Hi, this is Doc and Duane from Peddling Profits.
How much is spaghetti? How much is spaghetti? $2? $3. $3. Things that make you go, Pardon me?
I still got all this here, all this. Go out of my car. Table's on top. It's like,
How was it today?
beautiful.
A lot of people probably come out, huh?
Yeah, beautiful. Just people came out the woodwork. $1, take it. $2, take it.
Yeah. Well,
You guys get not getting here?
yeah. Well, you think maybe left. Usually they're all gone by 1 or 2, you know. Well, we live right between Rogers and Hartville, two biggest flea markets. You got a different clientele here too.
Yeah, Rogers, I'm going to go there. I want to shoot somebody. Here? Rogers. Yeah.
There's more people lowballing you and prices.
Yeah,
And
they sell anything.
Right?
No offense to your wife or girl, they'll sell your ass.
Yeah.
There's prostitutes, there's cherries, there's dope, there's cars, guns.
Oh,
Oh, they'll
geez.
sell anything down there. That's why I don't go there. Yeah. That's not being funny.
I'm not.
Here's telling the way it is. They're going to take it from you. Right.
Oh,
They'll hit you, walk up, hit you with a needle, you're down.
not bad?
Hell yeah.
Oh, shoot. What about the auctions down there on
Oh
Thursdays?
shit, because of midnight. Hold out there and hurt me.
Oh, look at this, Doc.
So I told him guy, he says, I was down there about 20 years ago. I said, well, I was down there 4 years ago. He says, I'm not going. I said, I carry. He said, yeah, I carry too. He says, I'm not going down anymore.
I didn't know it was that bad.
This here, hit your needle, you're done. You're passed out. And then you got old.
What they doing coming up from East Liverpool the track or what?
Well, you got to think, there's no sheriffs.
Yeah,
PA and West Virginia, there's nobody.
yeah,
So there's battery needs in that.
yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I can go 4 seasons. Leave my stuff out.
How's Four Seasons?
I can leave my stuff on Sundays.
See, back 10,
Not
12 years
twice.
ago, you couldn't go to Four Seasons. They cleaned it up.
I can now.
Yeah.
They really, I mean, they got security, you got sheriff's walkers. And I told the lady, it's like, well, you cleaned up? She says, yes, sir, I have.
Do you happen to have the cups with these? Or just the pitcher?
Honey, I sold everything except that.
Yeah, we
go
do
there
good
on the
there.
way
Yeah,
back.
we go there on the way back.
Yep.
That's the way to do it. I mean, that's really the way to do it.
You're not buying a whole lot, but you're buying.
Yeah, the cost isn't a lot.
I mean,
Yeah,
when you go down, you fill the whole car up for like $5 or $6.
that's what we do. That's exactly what we do.
It's like you gotta laugh, like really, and then come out and make 300 or 400.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like really? Why should you work?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we do. We have stuff. I mean, yeah, you have your junk, but then you know you separate your eBay, Amazon, Etsy, and the junk pile stuff.
Put stuff on eBay.
Well, it's nice talking to you. We're gonna cruise on over here.
Yeah.
See. Howdy. Hello.
Same one that my dad had.
Oh yeah.
What I was telling you about.
Well, they want that one.
3.
Gotta get it.
I'd do $2 on that if you're interested. I know it needs to be cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah.
You get it? What's your best price on this radio?
I do 10 on it. It does work too.
Does it?
Yeah.
Maybe those albums. One's 40 for 500. But he'd have to come down. I might do 20. How'd you do today?
There ain't no money in this.
You know money?
60% down, right?
Really?
I used to have 2 spots down there.
Yeah.
when the building opened up. On Saturday, I done gross sales, not profit, 600, 700, 800. I'm doing 250 now. It's down. Nobody. Well, food is high, cars are high, insurance is high, going up every year. Utilities are high. Families with kids, how the hell? I know what I spent for groceries for crying out a year.
Yeah.
With kids, how the hell? You got to be on welfare. You can't afford it. A guy working, even as a bricklayer, carpenter, union, or whatever, making money. How the hell are you gonna raise 4 or 5 kids and pay for all that? Schools, clothes, healthcare, everything's high. And now you've got big stores closing, Payless Shoes, Macy's, Camp Sears, they're closing the big boys. Now they're into all of us.
Yeah, they are.
It's trickled down is what it is.
Sure has.
It's monopolies now. When I grew up, President Roosevelt in the 30s, 40s killed them. So all your small businesses, they were on every corner. I live on this street. On the corner was a beer joint, maybe the first pizza place ever. The produce guy was here, the baker was there, the baker was there, the doctor was here. You walk a block, the chicken place was there. Everybody was right there. And that's what built this country. Now it's the super greed, the wealthy, the rich. They want everybody, few rich and peasants is what they want. Slaves, working for minimum wages.
So that's
They're giving $8, $10 for crying out loud. They had that back in the 50s, $8, $10, 40. And 50 years ago they had the wage like that. And it's still like that.
So we used to do the flea markets and the auctions and that, and then we roll with the changes. We still do, but online. But now we're seeing it online. You said it trickled down, like Amazon, eBay. They're letting the little guy out. They're killing the little guy.
Yeah, every week 1 or 2 in this country vacuum stores close. I deal with the biggest guy in the country.
Yeah, you can tell.
They got a big warehouse. Well, 3 were the biggest. They merged. Now there's one distributor. Distributor in the last few years. Okay, they're in Georgia, Ohio, I think Michigan, Colorado, and LA. And they're going to be hurting. These big major companies.
Who bought out Hoover? Hoover's down, right? Hoover?
It's China now.
Yeah.
When I started, well, I didn't make, there ain't no money in this. I retired 19 years ago. I was a bricklayer 30 years ago, a landscaper 6 years ago. Made more money in all of that than this. This is zero. If I count insurance, $1,000 a year in the business, and $5,000 I put in 2 years to keep that running for the business. If I count that, and I work a day every week, all day at home, 8, 10, 12 hours, that's zero. Here's what I'm making the last 2 years, right there. They made more rent off me than I made last year. I'm talking 3 days a week, hour watch. I put in 16-hour double day here and a day at home. 3-day work week, 6.5 months of the year. I made less than $1,500. Are you kidding me?
What would your advice you would give to someone new to this wants to do flea market? Not this particular, any flea market.
Everything's hurting. You think I'm going to drive around and burn gas and ruin a vehicle every day looking for stuff, junk, that would sell if you don't have a license?
Yeah.
The state made half what I made last year. They got a check for half, 7 cents on the dollar. State tax. I got 5 taxes in this. Self-employment tax, federal, city, state, and retail sales. 5. Rent, repair, insurance. 0. That's what it is for a small. Well, I don't have to work. I'm 83 years old in 2 weeks.
Well, you don't live it. Wow.
I've been working 73 years for crying out loud.
So you work with the biggest distributors of all?
Biggest company, yeah. Hey, really, I get all the new stuff that comes out. I could sell sweepers. You think I'm going to come out here with a load of sweepers and they want it for $5? I could get new sweepers even if I sold it at my cost, dealer price. Ain't nobody going to buy it.
Yeah. What about parts? You ever deal with parts?
I get all parts, yeah. But they don't sell.
Yeah.
I used to sell like 100 and some fans a year 15, 20 years ago. I was at Aurora. I sold 1 fan last year. 1. I got 300-400 filters here on the table in boxes in the van. I sold one today. I sold one last week. The week before that, none. I'm stuck with thousands of dollars. Parts, bearings, end caps, parts. Nobody fixes sweepers no more. That ended.
Yeah.
The new kids come up. That ended.
Yeah, to buy a new one.
I used to sell half a dozen hoses. I'm not talking shop vac. Half a dozen hoses for Filter Queen, Kirby, Rainbow, etc., Hoover, Eureka. Half a dozen on Sunday at Aurora 15, 20 years ago. I sold 6 last year.
We bought
All
a couple
year.
rainbow. We bought a couple rainbow here and attachments. We did sell them online and we got pretty good, didn't we? But we
did
made
all
some
that
pretty
stuff.
good money.
So here's Kirby this May. For me to buy, all the stuff went up 10 to 100%. They went up $4 or $5 on the Kirby hoses. I only made about $3, $4. So they're charging me the same. When I made profit, they upped me. Forget it. It's corporate greed. It's the big boys, and they just want to kill everybody.
They're doing it.
And you know what's going to happen? Somebody's going to go in with bombs and guns in it. You wait. It's going to happen because guys with kids, they're going to lose jobs by the thousands. And somebody's going to get ticked off and go in there and create trouble.
Well, we always say Amazon's monopoly. Now they're trying to get into pharmaceutical stuff too. I mean,
Everything.
it's just,
Walmart.
Well, look at this. When I started, it was all American, period. Now it's 95% Chinese.
yeah,
That's what it is. Our government sold us down the tooth.
they sure did.
The politicians, state, federal, they're billionaires, the state, sitting on their butts. Every day I went out as a bricklayer, I left a monument, a basement, a brick veneer, tile on a high rise. Every day, bust your rear end, left a monument. Over there, they sit on their big ass, run their mouths, and make millions.
Yep.
It's bullshit in this country.
Yeah.
I was born in the early 30s. I seen everything. It's bullshit. The Korean War. Guys, man, you could get a job like crazy there. Goodyear, there's hundreds of guys, construction guys there. Cyberling rubber, Mohawk rubber, all the plants, Goodyear, everything was going. Steel mills were going like crazy, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. I worked at Martin's Ferry by
Very.
Martin's Ferry. I worked down there for 2 years. I used to eat at Mark Rose's, Luke Rose's mother's restaurant. I used to go to I got a girlfriend down there. I was 18 years old, 1952, working in the steel mill there with my dad. Iron workers, construction going, divers going down, 100 foot down in the steel mill, down in there where the steel bands went down there to cool off from the furnaces. Guys wearing it looked like John Wayne movie when they wore that with the octopus.
Yeah.
He had that thing. Dark water. He's going down 90, 100 feet welding down there. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you really need to witness that, huh?
1950, I was down with my dad. He had 2 blast furnaces from ground up. 72 days, 2 shifts, 2 12-hour shifts, 72 days. Truckloads coming in with brick. Complete 2 blast furnaces. At the same time, Lorraine, right over here, Wilfred Sykes, 1,000-foot ore boat. Welders, steel workers. I laying brick on 1952 on a boat. Wilfred Sykes, biggest ore boat at that time on the Great Lakes. 1,000-foot long ore boat. That's all that. Same time, boats going down into the Black River, off the lot. Big boats, they're brand new, going into the river to go to the lakes. Worked like crazy. Unbelievable.
I don't think they'll ever get the country back to where it was, you know.
That was during the Korean War. Unbelievable. Everything was just jumping. Steel mills in Pennsylvania, 7 miles of that stuff going. My dad's buddy was Secretary Treasurer there. Worked like crazy back during the 50s.
All that's left is really monuments, maybe a couple mills, a couple little monuments, that's it, you know. Malls are in there now, you know.
I worked on Randall Mall. They brick over there. They tore it down.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Perfectly good
Euclid Mall. I
building.
used to shop at the Euclid Mall. Oh, the malls were the big thing back then, the 50s,
Yeah.
60s, 70s. Southgate Mall. Menor, I used to shop at Menor Mall. Gone.
Yeah.
Who's going to serve as vacuums? Because all these Hey, the rent, if you own a building, my brother had a deli. It took them 2 years in Shaker Heights to sell it. He lost over 100 grand. Neighborhood changed, the money, whatever. He had corned beef, cigarettes. They break in, they were stealing cigarettes and wine, busting into his store. He was losing money like crazy. They were stealing his car in the parking lot twice.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Can't get any good corned beef hardly anymore.
Deli.
Yeah.
Shaker Heights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Boy, they got slime ones over there.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they give you a lot, but it ain't the good stuff.
Yeah. I hate to see it, and I hate to see the world in the next 5 or 10 years. I really do.
It's unbelievable.
It's
With all
just,
these wars, floods, hurricanes, earthquakes, fires. It just,
yeah.
Washington, I don't know. Geez.
Yeah, I know.
All these protesters.
Yeah.
Hey, go to work. Huh?
It's just getting crazier and crazier every day.
Vegas. I lived in Vegas in the early 60s. I worked there.
Well, that was booming then.
Part of the strip, there were deserts in between the hotels back then. And the airport, that was it. Henderson was all desert. I used to run through there 100 and some miles an hour. I had a 409 Chevy, convertible, brand new. Floor on the floor, tachometer, wire wheels, glass top, special top. I used to race the airliner down the runway. I'm not kidding you. Here's the strip, Paradise, Tropicana. I lived on Tropicana, where Southern Nevada butts against there. Next street, Baggage Strip, I lived over there. We used to build those studios, and then I lived in there, brand new. Okay, here's Paradise. Here's the strip, Tropicana, the airport. They had a fence there. It was a smaller airport then. Fence. Here was the runway, the DC twin engine jets, passengers in the window looking at me. Here's the fence, here's the road, Tropicana. Vroom, vroom, vroom. The plane takes off, I take off, right with it. Yeah, hey, 409, baby.
Yeah. Jeez. You're 83.
Huh?
You're 83 years old.
Yeah.
Wow, you don't look it. You tell you
I
worked
got
hard.
some hair left.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Got this.
There you go. There you go.
Solid.
Yeah, but you know what? You're out and you're doing. You're
Well, I
out
was
and you're
I
doing.
ran the Boston Marathon, qualified when I was 50. I
Yeah.
was a runner too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
Used
Wow.
to run 20, 30, 40 races a year. Half marathon, 10Ks. I didn't start till I was 46.
Wow.
See, you work construction, I thought I was in shape, even though I blew my back out in Vegas. I was in 5 hospitals. Sunrise, where they took all those people that, some of them that got shot to Sunrise. I was there in 64 in the hospital. It was 1 month back.
So you started at 46 marathoning.
Pardon?
You started at 46 years old.
I started running. I thought I was in shape. So I took the winter off. I got divorced. I'm down. The kids are grown. I'm gone. So I said, the heck with bricklaying, 30 years. It was like 25 an hour and all the benefits back then. And I quit overnight. Went to Florida. I threw my tools in the trunk. I went down there. My cousin lived down there. Well, I should have bought a condo there. 3-bedroom, double story, 2 bathrooms, 37.5.
Wow.
That was in 79.
That's the time everybody's starting
Right
buying
now.
stuff up down there, yeah.
So I go down there, and my cousin, he was a little heavy, and he liked to cook and all this fancy food and eat, and then, we'll walk it off. We'll go walking. So we're walking every night. Man, this is boring. There's a jungle over here and a jungle of palmetto trees. There's nothing to look at. You're walking for an hour or two, nothing. So I start running. I thought I was in shape. So I ran maybe from here to down there, the wall, the brick building down there. I said, man, I ain't in shape. My rubber legs. So I forgot him, and then I went out each night, 1/8 of a mile, quarter mile, half mile. By the time I got back in spring to Ohio here, I ran 1980 ran my first 10K, 47 minutes. I was hooked.
Wow.
So then I joined the Southeast Runners Club. The guys in my neighborhood where I lived, I see them run. I lived in Bedford Heights at that time. I'm in Brexville now, but they were running on the street, like, hey, how you doing? So we get talking. So I joined the group, see? And then we'd run 5, 10, 15 miles on Sunday, and then run every day. Every day I would work at construction. I'd come home like this, lay in big block, hot in the summer. Had my lunch bucket, I put it down, fall in the door, on the floor. You gotta go run, and I'd go out every night and run.
That probably boosted your back up, helped your back.
Pardon?
It probably helped your back a lot too, didn't it? Or no?
Well, yeah, but every year I'd get laid up
Okay.
because I had the bad disc. See, I used to be 5'11", I'm 5'9" now. My disc from out in Vegas, been over for 3 years lifting.
No, that's hard work. Playing brick
Well,
like that, that's hard work.
This is concrete block. Like that. Yeah. We used to build walls a mile long, around 250 a trailer park. We had quarter mile. I said, man, we're going to be here for 2-3 months. Oh, 2 weeks it was done.
Wow. Holy cow. Can't get kids to do that nowadays, huh?
No.
Shoot.
We built 2 houses a day, 7 bricklayers. Block houses off the pads, all the windows, all the windowsills in, the aluminum windows in, the bond beams over the top of the windows, all the steel in, all up and down every 3 foot verticals, and knock out the block for that all around 4 foot, and then all steel around the top. Earthquake. Grout it 2 a day.
Wow.
For the carpenter. 2 houses a day, 7 bricklayers. Bottom 3, top 3. Animals.
Well, I hope you do better.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend in there's Mark. Are you?
I'm recording you. You got a good story.
Okay. 1952, we're working in Martin's Ferry in the steel mill. So there's the Eagles Club, the beer joints, the Moose Club. I mean, that is one heavy duty drinking town. So my dad shot in the beer after work, eats, goes to bed 9:30. I thought, 18 years old. I got my car down there, so I go driving around. I meet a girl on the weekend. I lived on the island. I was 18 years old. She said, oh, I'm going to take you someplace, she says. So she takes me in Wheeling to the Grand Ole Opry. I never been there. I'm a city guy. I go, hey, who's that? Man, who's that lady? I find she got a hat with balls hanging there. Oh, that's Minnie Pearl. I says, oh, hey, I don't know.
As soon as I saw you see Minnie Pearl on Hee Haw, right?
Yeah, they were all down there.
Well, Dean Martin, he's from there. Dean Martin.
I had Dean Martin this far.
Oh, yeah?
My first week in Vegas, Thunderbird Hotel. Me and my buddy go in there. We know the maitre d'. He gives us a good seat. $5. You get a seat and a drink. Cheap back then. Who's sitting? See where that guy's sitting? Well, his car, maybe the front of his car. No, by his side door. That far. Ocean's 11 just finished the first movie. Peter Lawford, Nipsey Russell, Don Rickles, Sinatra, Sammy, one woman there. Shirley MacLaine sitting over there. They're in front of me all night.
Wow.
And prior to them sitting down, they put me there. They got it roped off, waiting for the next show. So there's about 100 people, let's say, and they're like right next to each other, waiting to get in to get seated after the show. And then somebody's like moving me, and this guy comes over and he looks up at me. I was taller then, and he's right there looking. I'm looking at his glass eye. His head is right on my chest. Like, will you move? Let me through? See, it's so crowded, he can't get through to where the group, the Rat Pack, is sitting.
How'd they act? How did they act when the Rat Pack?
Well,
You
they
seen 'em?
just sat there at the Thunderbird.
Yeah.
And I went to the show with Dean Martin and Sinatra and Sammy, and we got a seat in the stands. We knew that maitre d'. See, most of the people there worked from Cleveland. So my buddy knew him too. And we got to go for nothing in the swimming pool and get towels and everything. Because we knew somebody there the first couple of weeks we were there. So we're sitting there with my elbow on the stage. Dean Martin comes cartwheeling across. And he goes back in, they had a little stand drinking tea. They weren't, pretend it's booze. And then they had, he's carrying Sammy Davis in. Dean Martin's carrying him on the stage. Hey, the Ku Klux Klan is looking for you. And everybody's laughing. Oh, it was a ball back then. Lake Mead, you'd be the only ones on the lake. My buddy had a 30-foot Chris Craft teakwood floor, brand new. Me and my buddy and our guy we worked for was only 3 years older than us, the contractor. We launched the boat. We're the only ones on Lake Mead.
Wow.
Going out 60 miles to the end of Lake, over to Nevada. Nobody but us. Now,
Yeah.
they ruin everything. Vegas is ruined. It's ruined.
Yeah.
It's like LA now. The whole place. Used to be all desert. We go into, my buddy said, hey, let's go downtown, Fort Queens. There's a guy down there, he's a young guy, 14 years old, good singer. Let's go see him. I said, okay. We go down there, right out in downtown Vegas, on the street there, Fort Queens, Golden Nugget, Horseshoe, and the Mint. Okay, we go in off the sidewalk. Right there is about 10, 12 bar stools. Sit down, give me a beer. I'm by the wall. There's a kid standing there. Dankeschön. Vegas. My buddy had a 59 Pontiac at the time. He tops down. I'm in the passenger seat. And there's a guy standing like on the curb. He's standing there. There's no bugs, no people, no cars, nobody. The guy's all sequined with a Liberace. He's standing there. I pull up right like this. I'm in the car. He's right where you're at. Hey, Lee, you need a lift?
Be sure to like and subscribe to see more videos.